N15. And so there's two isotopes of nitrogen, N14 and N15. N15 is not in high abundance. And because of this, since I enrich these, I'm able to trace that nitrogen. So after a year of feeding these mussels and growing them, I created a mussel bed in the Upper Little River in Oklahoma. And I set up these sampling transects, and I sampled the N15 of algae, leaves, and a bunch of stream insects before I put the mussels out there and then after. And so just really brief results. So these black bars represent the baseline N15 signature of that resource. So here's periphyton, algae. So there's the background. And then the gray is the measured N15 of the mussel hemolymph. So after I put them in the stream, their N15 declined over time. And then these dots with the line through them, that's when I sampled after putting the mussels in the system. So over time, you saw an increase in N15, and as the N15 of the mussels declined, you kind of started to see a decline. And so we saw an enrichment in periphyton, water willow, mayflies responded very strongly, and also stoneflies. And so I determined the areas under these curves to actually determine the percent recovery of the N15 that the mussels were excreting. So you can see that there. And I won't go into the details of this, but essentially what I found is that these nutrient subsidies are linked to algae species composition and growth. And due to mussels within the systems, mussels can meet up 45% of the nitrogen demand within this created mussel bed. And if I scale my results up to a natural mussel bed, mussels could meet up to 98% of the nitrogen demand. And then also within this created mussel bed, up to 70% of the nitrogen within the tissue of these organisms was from mussels. So if you sampled a mayfly and looked at the N15 composition from this study, 70% of the nitrogen within their tissue was from the mussels. So this suggests that yes, these subsidies are hugely important for maintaining the productivity of these systems. So we can start filling in this little conceptual diagram again, and we can say yes, they're increasing nitrogen availability and decreasing phosphorus availability, but this is varying spatially because they're heterogeneous. And so this is having a net effect in that they're a large net source of nitrogen.